The next song I'm releasing is called Sing. This is a special song for me because I vividly remember saying that I would never do this again. I would never put myself out there again. I wouldn't go on tour again. I would never pursue music again. But a funny thing happens when you find out that you're loved and you're cherished, and that is that you become quite literally a different person. I had lived so many years of my life carrying the identity that I was alone and that I was invisible, and that self-image ate away at me until I lost all my confidence. But when I began to read the scriptures and uncover the truth of how loved I am, that changed absolutely everything for me. In John 15:9, Jesus reminds us that we need to remain in his love. This is how he wants us to orient ourselves to absolutely everything. I was recently in an awkward situation where someone I genuinely liked had definitely drawn the wrong conclusions about me, and in an effort to show them how cool and understanding I was, it was almost comical how awkward I became. And I think because the environment wasn't super loving and nurturing, I just really felt like I had to scramble to prove myself. But here's some amazing news. Jesus does not have the wrong idea about us. He hits the nail right on the head when he identifies us all as sinners. But his response to that is not to treat us unkindly or remove us from his life. His response is to cover us with his own righteousness. One of my favorite mentors recently said it this way, that when we try to cover our sin and not admit that we need God, God will expose it. But when we expose our sin to him, in confession and a genuine need for him, he then covers us with his garments of salvation and robes of righteousness. That could not be more beautiful. Recently during breakfast, my 10-year-old daughter Riley spilled milk all over the counter. It was like down the front of the cupboards, all over the floor. And this sort of thing is a pretty regular occurrence with her. But her response was the cutest reminder of what it looks like to make a mistake as a beloved child. She could barely hold back her giggles as she kind of yelled out, "Nothing to see here!" And she scrambled to grab towels and clean it all up. The thing is, Riley knows she's clumsy. I know she's clumsy, but her home is a safe and loving place for her to learn how to navigate that. Jesus has also provided a safe place for us to learn that we are sinners with a deep need for him. And that place is the place of his love. And that's where he asks us to remain. And I feel like when you begin to learn how unconditionally loved you are, I feel like it does make you want to sing. And that is the title of my next release.